All right, welcome to STREAMSLAM, which... Ooh. Okay, welcome to STREAMSLAM, which is hosted by me, Nea Landin, and Bombina Bombast, here at Triangeln in Malmö. STREAMSLAM invites a new artist every day to come explore streaming technology in relation to their own artistic practice. And they have very little time to create some sort of performance which is streamed every evening at 5. This is the next to last day, so tomorrow at 5 will be the last performance on Friday. And today's artist is Jeannette Ginslov. Her performance is about 8 minutes long, and after that we will have a Q&A. So if you have any questions that pop up during the performance, drop them in the comment field and we will bring them up. All right, so we will start to get ready and be right back with the performance.
Okay, we can slowly start to slide in the hands, the disembodied hands. And let's take the film out slowly. And we'll get the drawing ready. And the drawing slide up. Let's leave the hands there and take down the drawing. And we'll bring in the plastic. Let's try a little bit more with drawing. Leave these two up and we'll try a little bit more with drawing. Let's take the plastic away. Take the drawing away. Just a touch of the plastic in for a while. Take away the plastic. We'll slide the film in again. Take away the hand. Let's slowly fade out the film.
Okay, welcome back, Jeannette. Maybe you can move in a little bit, and then we'll adjust this like that. Yeah, how about this? Okay. Thank you. Wow. Okay, so first of all, let's start with when you're not here. Who are you and what do you do?
Okay, so when I'm not here, I'm either doing a performance or a meditation dance, which I've called Deep Flow, but I'm now changing it into Deep Focus. And that was part of my PhD research. And that's really about looking inwardly and looking at using embodied technologies, because there I used a heart rate monitor to register my heart rate. So it was really about slowing everything down, slowing the heart rate, but increasing heart rate variability. At the same time, I was also taking film of this kind of performance and extending my work as a screen dance maker. And that's primarily, I mean, I've started off as a dancer. I've moved into becoming a screen dance maker and then using different media tools to basically describe my inner experiences. And that is why there's also a lot of drawing, because I also used a lot of drawing in my deep flow or my deep focus. And that's a way to describe what's happening inside of you when you're in this state of flow, basically. So, yeah. Sorry? Oh, yeah. No, well, I mean, I used to draw something called hieroglyphs. Yeah. So that was the idea of that. And normally these hieroglyphs were quite short, so you'd finish your meditation, and then without lifting your pen off the page, you'd then draw a hieroglyph, and that in some way would register what you felt like on the inside of yourself. So it's a little remembrance of what that experience is in a drawing. And then you can verbalize it, and then I used to draw proper drawings, and then I used to use a paintbrush and paint it in the evening, paint a drawing, paint a picture with paintbrush. And so, and each experience was about trying to extrapolate that experience of being in that state of flow. Yeah.
With all that, you came here also with the intention of drawing. Yes. But maybe you can tell us a little bit more about what we just saw.
Yeah. So basically, Nea was doing a bit of a VJ thing here. And so basically, that was the mixing was live of all our different media streams, which is really great. And then the other live aspect was my hand drawing, and sometimes my other hand would then perform together with all the other media streams, and the rest we had filmed today. And I had no idea I was going to end up with so many different strands of media and different ways of interpreting this state of flow. And that was really exciting to be able to do that live, to mix these different strands together. And I mean, I brought in papers, and I brought in something to draw and paint with, and I brought books, and I brought a whole lot of ideas that I thought I would do, but I didn't. And what was so good about working together with you, and also together with Emma, was that suddenly new ideas started to arise. And that only comes from being situated in a new place. For instance, that window that we saw, we went off to the loo one time, and then I saw this window, and I said, I want to film against that window. And then that was when the filming started. And then we went off for lunch, and then I was looking at this piece of plastic that was covering our salad, and I said, hey, this could be used as a screen of some sort, and we can see through it, and it's transparent, and we can draw on it, because I wanted a piece of glass I could draw on. So this became the so-called glass. Yeah, so it's just about, it's sort of like a bricolage. It's like taking things that's there and available, and what can you do to make it live and make it resonate with your ideas. And I think that's what I felt, as if I was trying to really explore something that was embodied in me, and then through the internet and the live stream, the audience becomes hopefully embodied and gets a resonance or a feeling of being together with that imagery, or this movement of the hand, or the strange disembodied hand. And sometimes even when I was sitting and watching it there were times where I felt, whoa, that did something inside of me. And I don't, it's like a kinesthetic, empathetic sort of response. And working through the internet like that, I really hope it went in through to the viewer, and that the viewer also had an experience of being part of this process of mixing all the media together, and sort of memories or emotions or some sort of something inside. Yeah, traces from the day, definitely. Yeah, definitely.
So, how did the kind of shorter time aspect to this process, how did it affect like the way of working, I guess, or like your process?
Yeah, I really didn't mind. I've got a lot to say about that, but my history is quite long back in South Africa, but it really pushes you on the edge all the time, and it really makes you, anything that has happened prior to this experience goes out the window, and basically you've got the tools, what can you explore, and it really makes you work. And, and then suddenly you reach a certain time after 2 hours and you go, oh, this is all just rubbish. This is terrible. What am I doing? Nobody's going to be interested in this. And it just looks terrible. And there's all the self-doubt that creeps in, as we all do as artists. And then Emma says, well, you've got what you've got and we've got to do it. So I said, okay. And then you really try and work with what you have. And then you start to trust the process, and you go back into it, and then you start to find the nuances as to why you chose those in the first place. So I think the squash of time really puts you on. It sort of leads to much more neuroplasticity. So your brain is adapting constantly and questioning and adapting, changing, questioning, or just going, yes, that's the answer, or no, that's not going to work. So it's a really wonderful place to be. I enjoyed it very much so. Yeah.
Me too. It was a really fun day.
Good.
Let's see. We got a comment that said, nice. So maybe the last question should just be, now having tried this, what is something you would like to continue working within like the streaming format that you have? If anything, if you had more time, more money, whatever.
Yeah, I think the streaming format I have had that experience a long time ago. Then I had a bit of a streaming experience during the COVID time. And there I used my deep flow and I tried to allow people to work with me. Didn't really work that well because I don't know why, it just somehow just didn't trigger much. But I think you guys have opened up a door. And maybe I found a way to further explore this, because it's a very exciting medium and the work can take you in any kind of direction. And in fact, there's a lot of other media that is online, and if you had other media of your own online, perhaps one could integrate that into the work. And there's a lot to explore. I've got a huge archive online of my work, of screen dance work, so which I have actually been thinking about in terms of AI. So yeah, I think it's definitely a portal, another way to explore one's work and to reach a wider audience. And it makes the liveness, I like the live element, the quality of it. It doesn't feel as if it's just closed off in a film or closed off in a theatre. It's much more distributed, and that sense of distribution also is quite, I think you could possibly make it or you might break it, I'm not sure, but it is very different platform to live performance, as we know, and you know when it's working and you know when it's not working, so it's just a matter of rearranging it so that you actually are with it all the time and you are not performing it, but you're with it. And I think that's that live element that's so wonderful. Well, for me in this piece, it wasn't about performing, but just being very, very alive to the moments of all these different media strands coming together. Yeah. And that's what I think. And then knowing that there's somebody live on the other side watching it, who could disappear because it's boring, or they could stay. Whereas a poor audience in a live auditorium, it's very hard for them to get up and go away. So, yeah, there's different kinds of audiences.
So there's like something at stake.
There's definitely something more at stake. Yeah.
Super interesting to hear. Yeah, I think we're just going to end it right there. Thanks to everyone who's watching now, everyone who's watching in the future. And have a good evening.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right.